All right, David, a little college football in the mix. Let's get to it. Hit the button.
Wow, can't wait till next year when this is only the Big Ten song on CBS and not the SEC song. Let's talk.
I'm sorry, it'll forever be the SEC song,
Well, I
buddy.
know, but I'll claim it until they're gone.
Well, yeah, it's like that NBC basketball song that's now Fox, and it just seems
It doesn't
weird.
it
It is
fit.
weird, and the NBC song is forever Round Ball Rock.
Like, yeah, this is.
It just doesn't fit. You're right. Let's talk about scenarios, and let's just talk about the conference championship games going into the weekend. First, let's start in the Pac-12, and the question is, I think, yes, it happens. I don't think there's a way it doesn't. The Pac-12 was going to break their playoff drought, right? Is there any way a one-loss Oregon, even though they win, they can't keep them out, right?
No, I think that I think the Pac-12 and Michigan probably are the safest two teams to get into the playoffs. Michigan, you just simply need to show up to Indy. That's it. And whether Washington will be undefeated in Oregon, hottest team and Pac-12 champion in. It's just whether you wear the white or dark jerseys.
Oregon's in, Washington's out. Next.
Oh, I can't wait to send you the text message on Friday
That
night.
game is Friday night, people.
Oh,
It's going to be fun.
Charge your phone up, Mike.
I'm going to need to. I'll be streaming it at dinner. Don't worry. Why is the bread basket glowing? It's the Pac-12 title game. Shut up.
Let me put it like this. Maybe you don't want to stream it because the last time you streamed that game, bad things happen.
Very fair. Let's touch on the SEC for a quick second here. You have number 8 Alabama going against number 1 Georgia. I mean, we all know what's on the line here. Georgia loses, they're still in, right?
No, I don't think it is. And I kind of want to talk about that. If Georgia loses, Georgia's going to need some help. They're going to need some help from Alabama, I think, gets in, maybe, because it depends on what Texas does.
Lay it out.
If Texas wins, I think Texas is going to be in. They're the Big 12 champion. They beat Alabama. Michigan will be in. And you also they're going to need Louisville to beat Florida State. Florida State is the linchpin. If Florida State wins their game, they're 12-0 or 13-0, ACC champion.
See, this is where I disagree. They shouldn't be in regardless. Bobby Studebaker, Rosenfasser, whatever their quarterback is, it ain't Jordan Travis. They shouldn't be in.
Yeah.
Right here, right now, do you know if Florida State makes it, they are at minimum a 15-point underdog to any of the top 6 teams.
I understand. But
Can't put them in.
No. But here's the thing. And I got to credit David for this. We had a conversation, and he reminded me that there was once a team that was down to their third-string quarterback. And people
Ohio
said
State.
they should not be in because the third-string guy,
Can I say
they won
something?
the national
Can I
title.
say something?
And he didn't come to play school.
True or false, did we see the third-string guy beat Michigan in the finale? Did we see the kid actually play well? Florida State looks like ass. I mean, come on, dude. I watched that game against Florida. That was awful.
I understand. But if they're undefeated, you can't leave them out simply because
I can do whatever I want
Because
by
they-
the
no, no, no,
bylaws
no.
of the playoff committee.
if they beat Louisville and Louisville's a ranked team, good enough.
So then my other question regarding the SEC, okay, Georgia's out. Really?
I disagree with that.
Are you going to not give them a chance to three-peat because they just lost the SEC title game?
Right, to Alabama, mind
Thank
you.
you.
Well, but it depends because are you now saying this is where you play the transitive property game? Okay, Georgia, you just lost to Alabama and Texas beat Alabama and they're the Big 12 champion. It will be the most watched show on Sunday.
What does best team mean then?
See, that's my whole point. By the committee's 4 key criteria, I can keep Florida State out. I can put Georgia in. See, this is my issue with these frauds. Boo Corrigan, who, by the way, if you've seen him on TV, he couldn't find a complete sentence with 2 hands and a flashlight. I can do all of these things. Georgia's one of the best 4 teams in America, win or lose them. Sorry. Yeah, there's Boo Corrigan on Tuesday nights.
Then if Georgia loses, they need Louisville to win.
America needs Louisville.
And they also probably need Oklahoma State just to make sure.
Let's get to that. Let's get to the Big 12 game. How weird is this game going to be? And the reason why I say that is because Texas has had close games against Houston, Kansas State, and TCU. And then Oklahoma State has then lost
South Alabama by 50,
Alabama and
Central
UCF.
Florida by 100.
And
so how weird is it going to be?
Oh, it's going to be very weird. And I think for Texas, it's one of those personal games because,
That's right.
by the way, did you see who the Big 12 Coach of the Year is?
No.
It's Mike Gundy.
Oh.
It wasn't Sarkisian.
It
It was basically, you're leaving, F you. We're going to go ahead and give it to Gundy. He's our guy. You're not a part of the Big 12 anymore. You can see your way out.
And I think Texas is going to want to make a statement because, remember, they play early in the day. Florida State's the last game of the night. They got to put something in the committee's mind and then juxtapose it against, hopefully, Florida State at a minimum struggling or maximum for America. Louisville beating them.
Now, for Texas, is this one of those things that if they win, but let's say they win by 7 or 8 points, is that almost deemed a loss for them?
Yes. They are going to have to put up a number. I don't know if they're in regardless. Some of the stuff you're talking about could happen.
For Texas to get in.
What if Bama beats Georgia?
You mean?
But Texas beat Bama head up. You're going to keep the SEC champion out?
But see, that's just it. Because Bama.
People's pets' heads are falling off.
Hey, Kenny, you may want to take your headphones off. You realize that Bama's 4-1 against Kirby Smart.
Everybody's pointing at me. This is very frustrating.
You realize Georgia's never beaten Bama in the SEC title game.
Mike, I liked you a lot better when we were talking about Georgia being in.
Kenny.
So now this is where Boo would head to head. Does head to head matter? Because we actually had head to head.
They're making
with
it up
Alabama
on the fly.
and Texas, and you went to Bama. It wasn't even neutral site. You went to Bama. You beat Bama. You get in over Bama.
Guys, I'll just say this. I hope the listeners had as much fun as I had. That was fun talking college football leading into the championship games.